welcome
to Dubai Watch Week plotters.
The Watch Week plotters. Yeah,
we are plotting about the Watch Week.
We are plotting because the first activities have come out, right? And as you know, the Dubai Watch Week starts at the 19th of November and ends on the 23rd, actually. So it's a long
Was
time.
it always 5 days or was it usually 7?
It
was 5, right?
I don't know. I
remember.
think it was 5 days, yeah.
It
Dubai
seems
Watch
short. A week would be 7.
Yeah, well.
A business Dubai Business Watch Week.
Yeah,
Business
exactly.
Week
It's a bit,
watch.
but it is over the weekend, right? I mean, I think it is. It's a lovely event. We have gushed all over the world already. So many podcasts of how great Dubai Watch Week is. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited. There's so many people coming that I know. So many people from Germany. So many people from other countries that are actually flying in for Dubai Watch Week this year. It's going to be interesting. It's in a
I
new
did see some names. I saw some names that haven't been here before, which I'm very excited to meet.
Okay. And there's also a new location, right? It's at the Bush Park.
Yes.
Yeah, it's much bigger. And we have, of course, at the same time, what is it called? The Time Zones exhibition of our friend.
From the Micro Indie Collective.
Correct. So that's going to be super interesting as well at the same time. So you have 2 events that you can actually can see at the same time. So it's lovely. I'm looking forward to that. It's absolutely watch over drive. Yeah.
I hope they have free parking.
Ooh, I am.
That's my worry.
I'm thinking of how to get in and out, especially
in and out
because
efficiently, right?
I have some equipment. I don't think it's much because I have very clever. I'm for a year now plotting, as a Lume plotter does.
Plotting.
The best microphone recording setup for us, so that I don't have to carry around kilograms of equipment. And I think I'm pretty much there. So I think I have now all the equipment that it's super light, wireless. Should be very easy. Just plop in a small microphone onto every person. That's it. So.
Well, let's see what happens. I'm guessing we're going to park at Dubai Mall.
Yep.
Is my guess. And then, and then go from there. But anyway, the reason we're talking about Dubai Watch Week is, once again, I got a message at 7 a.m. from Ralph saying the events have been published on Dubai Watch Week's app.
Yeah.
So you can register. If you already registered for Dubai Watch Week, you can now register for these events. Some of them, we'll talk through which ones you can and can't in a moment. But essentially, I think it's fun to see what they have planned for us, right? What kind of, what do they call them? Horology forums, they call them, right? The panel talks and keynotes. What are they going to have? So I think this is going to be interesting. But before we go there, Ralph, what are you wearing?
I am wearing my... sorry, I am a...
Hublot Big Bang Unico.
No, correct. It's my Panerai PAM 00352. What is it? Luminor Marina 1950, 3 days, automatic, titano.
Tre giorno.
44 millimeters. Yes, it's a very long name. Tre giorno.
The Panerai Luminor, tre giorno, tutti frutti, ragazzi, buongiorno.
Yeah.
Yes, that I know this one very well.
Yeah.
So, I'm wearing something with a much simpler name. I will. I haven't worn it in a vaguely long time. My Rolex Explorer.
It's still a watch that I've sometime at some stage I want one. I think I like the Explorer 2.
No, you had an Explorer 1 2-tone.
Yeah. I had this for a very short time. Yes.
But
a bit too small.
36 is small. I agree. So it might be too small for you. So, but a 40.
But this was even smaller. That was 35 point something.
35, yes.
It was really small.
35.3, I think.
I think nowadays I could probably just wear it, but since I have at that time I was really not used to smaller watches, so I was no, didn't work. It didn't work.
Well, it is. The thing is, it is a very plain, basic watch, right? And for some reason, I rarely gravitate towards it. Yeah, I was saying it correctly. So I was checking my wristwatch calculator thing, whatever the wristwatch check app. I did see, by the way, that our good friend Mahmoud posted. He has worn his AP Jumbo 100 times.
Yeah. In how many days? 20?
I don't know, but when he got it, but I feel like it was fairly recently, which is probably 100 days straight. But I have worn my most worn watch. I re-downloaded the app and I repaid for it again because I missed it. And apparently they didn't memorize the fact that I had bought this before. The Tudor Black Bay 54 is still my most worn watch at 27 times.
Okay.
In comparison, my Rolex Explorer has been worn 5 times.
Oh.
Including today.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I'm since I took my Vacheron Constantin with me on the vacation. I have worn it, of course, quite a lot. So I have a couple of really cool competition here going on. I have the 43 for the overseas, 42 for the Laureato, and 45 for the Glashütte Original. So that is actually at the moment my absolute hit. But I have to do just this year. Well, let me see. If I just go this year and filter by that, the overseas wins in front of my Panerai. Can you believe it? And then the Dougie. The DUG.
The Dougie, I feel like you wear a lot.
Purist Type 2. Yeah, then Grand Seiko. Wow. Yeah. Interesting.
It is interesting. It is. So for me, it's the Tudor Black Bay 54, number 1, at 27 wears. Tudor Pelagos 39, 20 wears. Then the Speedmaster at 11. Grand Seiko SPG W231, which I've barely had.
Yeah.
For 8 wears. And then Explorer, JLC, other Grand Seiko, and that is all.
Wow.
So, yeah, which I'm surprised by because I thought I'd be wearing the bigger Grand Seiko more than the smaller one because that's what I used to do with the previous collection. And now I'm wearing the smaller one more than the bigger one.
Yeah. So I looked at my statistics and I saw, oh my God, why do I have only so little wear this year? Because it should be around, 280 wears basically being tracked if I track every day, right? Where are we? In which day? What is the date? I mean, how many days in the year did we actually already have? But the problem is I have filtered that I don't track sold watches, right? So I can add this again, but then of course, then I have all the watches tracked.
So I actually delete my sold watches. I don't archive it. I delete it.
No, I flag them as sold and then I don't show them anymore. So in normal you don't see them. So that's pretty clever. And if you put them as sold, then they're still in your collection and you still have the stats of it. So
but
it's
usually
quite nice.
when I sell something, I want it out of my brain, right? I don't want to look at it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to, be anywhere near it.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, very fickle when it comes to this kind
but
of stuff.
I still think at some stage, if I need to at some stage and just consolidate again, I think probably an Explorer 1 or the Explorer 2. I still think it was a nice watch. I really like my Explorer 2.
I like the Explorer 2, but it's big.
Yeah, it
42
is big.
mm. Yeah. It wears big, 22 millimeter lugs. It's a big boy.
Yep.
If it was 40, 100% I would take it over a Submariner.
But it's also relatively slim for its case.
It is very slim.
Most Rolexes are.
12-ish compared to the Tudor Black Bay Pro, which is like 15.
Yeah. Nearly.
But who knows? I mean, once again, if it was 40 millimeters, I am afraid that Rolex is going to put a ceramic bezel on that, and then they're going to ruin it.
Not so sure. Could be happening.
They could, but this has been rumored for ages.
Now, I have been talking about Dubai Watch Week, right? We have a very interesting topic there because there is an event for which we cannot yet register for whatever reason, or maybe it's just on, in any case, a live event that will be live streamed on the internet, blah, 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 with Philippe Dufour. I mean, this is, and then this is, I think it's groundbreaking. This is, we don't
This
see.
is exactly what I thought.
We don't
He has
see this.
not done interviews.
Yeah,
he
we
has
don't
not
see
done
this CEO
public
of,
appearances.
yes, that's what I'm
He's the
going to
CEO
say.
of Rolex. For those of you that don't, know.
Let me finish my
And then
you- So, it's very rare that we see the CEO of Rolex, Jean-Frédéric Dufour. Did I say Philippe Dufour? No, Jean-Frédéric Dufour.
you did say Philippe Dufour.
Yeah, sorry, Jean-Frédéric Dufour. In
Any
any
relation
kind.
to Philippe Dufour?
Can you just stop talking? So that we see him in any kind of panel discussions, giving interviews. He had recently gave one, what recently is in like 2 years ago, for the Neue Zürcher Zeitung. So he gave one of these rare interviews where a journalist got him to, or maybe he wanted to say something on the record. But other than that, we see no releases, no press person even from Rolex speaking to anybody. So the only thing they do is a press release, and that's it. But since we have seen him with Donald Trump during the US Open recently, hosting Donald Trump, the president of the United States, in the VIP box of Rolex during the the US Open, where obviously Rolex is a main sponsor, he seems to be a bit more in the limelight now. And on Dubai Watch Week, we will see him again. What's going to happen? A
No,
CEO?
I think
Who?
Trump watches will be produced by Rolex from here on out. That's what's going to happen.
No, never. But I have a feeling that maybe this is a big Dubai Watch Week for Rolex. You know, we have seen.
Well, remember, it is Siddiqui, right? After all, Siddiqui puts us on. The whole point of this is Siddiqui is known for Rolex. So
Yes.
it's not unheard of.
And
but
Siddiqui-
this is what we're going to talk about, right? We'll go through all of these panels and we'll talk about who's on the panels.
And this is one of the first, right? Which is on which day is it?
This is on the first day.
See, even. So I think we have sometimes seen Rolex release a watch in September-ish, October-ish, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have usually 2 times. One is the Geneva Watch Days,
Yeah.
or
And
Watches
then
and
the other one is
Wonders,
the weird
whatever.
stuff,
Watches and
right?
Wonders.
So if you remember back a couple of years ago, like that 50 millimeter titanium
Ultra
Behemoth
Deep,
came
whatever.
out.
Not Ultra Deep.
Yeah.
Challenge.
The Mega
whatever.
Deep came out. But anyway, this is
Giga Deep.
called the. I love the fact that they couldn't even manage to write the full name of the thing. Like you can't read the full name of the event, but it says the time to act is now. A note to the ... So I don't know what the rest of the title is for this one, but it will be Jean-Frédéric Dufour, CEO of Rolex, sitting down with Abdul Hamid, I believe, Siddiqui, who is the chairman of Siddiqui Holding.
Yes.
So once again, I'm looking at the app, and on the app you can't really see everything. But
Yes.
that's going to be crazy. That's going to be really interesting.
It's going to be super interesting.
And the thing before it, which you cannot register for this, by the way, just FYI, I don't know if it's full or if they're not making it public or if it's press only or if God knows what. But you can register for all of the keynotes or whatever you want to call these, except for the ones on the first day.
Yeah, it says that this session is closed and will be live streamed on this page. So it could be that it's just for a closed audience. I mean, this is Abdul Hamid Siddiqui, so he's the chairman. So the really the grandfather of Siddiqui, basically.
Yeah.
So in you know, the not grandfather, sorry,
The patriarch.
the godfather. Right.
And he speaks absolutely perfect French. So
Yeah,
I heard him speaking French one time, and it was very interesting.
So let's see. I don't know in which language this interview will be done, but I guess it will be somewhat in English or even translated. Who knows?
Maybe it's in Arabic.
Yeah. Who knows if Jean-Frédéric did this. So this is about, and then I can just give you this. It says a note, the time to act is now, a note to the watch industry. So it says, at a time when cars converge into indistinguishable silhouettes and artificial intelligence threatens to erode individuality, mechanical watches remain defiantly human. They are not fashion, they are permanence, emotion, and meaning made manifest in steel and gold. In this extraordinary dialogue, Jean-Frédéric Dufour and Abdulhamid Siddiqui remind us why watchmaking is the last great symbol of beauty that makes sense in a world of chaos, and why we must collectively protect, nurture, and champion it for the centuries to come.
Sounds a bit gay.
Whoa. What? That sounds
I'm
amazing.
sorry, but like the last bastion of hope is wristwatches. Like, screw art, screw everything else. Watches, guys. This sounds so like PR stunt. The BS level, my BSO meter is peaking right now when you read that.
It's a very strong marketing message. But yes, obviously, this is...
Yes. Guys, we have to band together and buy more. What was the new thing? The land dwellers.
Yes.
The land dwellers are not selling.
We must collectively protect Rolex because, that would be...
Because they need it, right?
The world is in chaos. We need more Rolexes.
Nonetheless,
okay. Obviously,
I do want to point this out.
We just made fun of that, right? So we just make fun of it, but it's of course very interesting to see what is going to be revealed, what is being talked about in this little panel of these two wonderful people, and I'm going to look forward to it. And it's live streamed, so well, we're gonna be there.
And the thing is, once again, they write these obscure, gigantic, paragraphs about each one of these things, and they all sound this stupid, right? But then the actual talks are really good. So we're just nice. Commenting on the actual title and the paragraph. But before this, the first event at Dubai Watch Week is the Art of Lume. It's a masterclass where you learn how to paint Lume onto handsets. But you can't register for masterclasses yet.
Yeah, not yet. So there's a couple of these masterclasses. There are very limited spaces available. Yeah. So if you are listening to this, be quick. There's very often...
you can't be quick yet. You have to be quick whenever they open.
Check the app whenever it's opening, register. Mm-hmm. You can always cancel. If you know that you're not going, please cancel so somebody else can just go from the waiting list, can get your space. Otherwise, there's always people who registered and don't actually come to the event, and then you can at the event still trying to be in the queue on the wait list at the event itself, and you have a high chance that sometimes you can still get in. Happened to us as well.
Yeah.
So then there's another talk, not on the first day, on the 20th. Also with a very, let's say, popular watch person, which is...
Ilaria DiResta.
No, Kevin O'Leary.
Oh, no, that's not the first day.
That's the second day.
You're mixing stuff up.
On the second day. No. I said second day.
No, first day, 20th. There's one more at 6 p.m. Day. You're missing on the first day.
Okay.
There is one called the CEO Roundtable.
That is true.
The Horology Edition, which has Ilaria DiResta, who we just had an episode about.
Yeah.
George Kern, who is the CEO of Breitling South Africa, for those of you that didn't know.
That was an inside joke.
That's an inside joke. Essentially, when he was announced by whoever was doing the announcer, his position is CEO Breitling SA, which SA in, what is it, in German or French?
No, it's French for Société Anonymité.
Yes. So, or essentially company, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so she took this SA and she thought that he was the CEO of Breitling South Africa.
Yeah, that was
SA, of course, is
very funny.
Yeah. And we laughed and we laughed. Then the president of Chopard, Carl Friedrich Schäufele,
Karl Friedrich Schäufele, yeah.
Andy Hoffman from Hodinkee, who I don't know who this is, but didn't this guy used to be the CEO for a while?
Yeah, I don't know. Name sounds familiar.
Yeah, so, he looks familiar and sounds familiar, but
So yeah, and I think he's still the CEO because it's a CEO roundtable. It would
But
make sense.
it would make sense. But he's claimed to be the. Let me just double check here.
Is he the moderator?
They're
or
saying no. He's senior business editor at Hodinkee.
Okay. Yeah, maybe he's moderating. Who knows? I'm
pretty sure he was the CEO before the takeover from Watches of Switzerland.
Possible. So George Kern is not only the CEO of Breitling, he's also CEO of Universal Genève and Gaillet. I guess. I don't know. I think. I mean, we don't know the entire company structure, but I mean, he's boss of all of these brands, I guess. Then, of course, Karl Friedrich Scheufele, Chopard, wonderful brand, beautiful watches. Ilaria Resta, of course, AP. The only person who has no picture yet on the website.
Well, maybe it's just a push pin that they're going to remove before this when she gets let go.
No, she is not. The rumors were around that she might be replaced, but AP has strongly denied that claim. So let's see what happens. I would be very, very curious to hear what she has to say, where AP is going, because we also have a talk where François, the previous CEO, is with his new company. Ooh, that's going to be interesting.
So, by the way, this whole idea of AP saying Ilaria de Resta is not going anywhere. Or is it Ilaria de Resta or just Resta? I don't know.
Ilaria Resta.
Resta. There was a quote by Sergey Brin, who is the CEO. Was he the CEO or the founder of Google? One of the two. And he said, in the same way that AP said Ilaria Resta is staying, right? She's not leaving, but they said it in such a way that she's not leaving right now is how I took this. And in the same way, Sergey Brin said, we're not currently planning on taking over the world. And currently, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So
all right, on to day two. What's happening day two? Some Labubu stuff.
When Labubu beats the Birkin, luxury in the age of hype. So there we have two guys that I'm really excited to see. George Bamford, of course, always interesting to hear him talk, and Richard Bank. Richard Bank is from Studio Underdog, right? So that's going to be, because Studio Underdog is a watch brand that was hyped with the watermelon watch, became really an absolute hype beast, I would say, has then continued to create watches that still get hype and still have the way of selling watches in these, let's say, drops, more or less, that you have specific times where you can actually buy the watch, and then they will be shipped over a period of time, but you can't buy it anymore. And then now they have actually created a more and more normal watch brand, actually, where you have even a core collection that is available every now and then over the entire year, and you have the special editions that only come at certain times. So it's really interesting to see how a watch brand can survive the initial hype and then continue actually becoming a real watch brand and not just a hype brand, right? Because we've seen that so many times. You have a one-hit wonder, basically, super successful, and then the number 2 watch that you release is just a dud, and it doesn't work, and it's just like, right? So
one of these would be, what's his face? What was the one that made the Mecha Quartz blue chronograph that was huge, and they were selling at ridiculous prices, and then they kind of died down. What was it? It was based out of like some Dubai guy
but
made
you
it.
You don't mean Full and Murray, right? Because they're still,
Full Murray.
They're still good. They're still doing
but
a lot.
the hype is gone. Like the whole thing.
No,
and I feel
it's not as strong as Studio Underdog, maybe from a hype perspective, but they still have a lot of watches that are selling quite well.
But is it as that blue original Furlan Mary? Everybody was fighting over it, right?
Yes.
And now it's just kind of another Furlan Mary came out, the Disco Volante, and this and that, and it's just okay, but like. The hype is gone.
Maybe the super hype is gone, but they are an established brand. So that's another very good example of how actually you can, from this hype, become an established brand.
Unimatic did the same thing as well.
Yeah. And then we have Misha Dode and Robin Swithenbank, two journalists and from Watch Fashionista, the lady and a journalist from the Luxury Society podcast. Robert Swithenbank moderating this. So that's going to be interesting. I want to see what they have to say about the Labubus and the Birkins.
Well, the next one is one of the guys I mentioned. There's some people that we haven't yet seen before. And one of my favorite guys in the world is who's, I guess, not really a panel discussion. It's more of a keynote. I can't read the full title, so you're going to have to help me with this. It just says Catch 22, maintaining a timeless identity in a ...
Capricious market.
A what?
Capricious market.
Apprecious?
Capricious.
Capricious.
Capricious market.
All right. We'll Google that word
so
later.
I'll tell you then, timelessness is the highest calling in a brand, but how do you actually achieve it? In a world where tastes turns on a dime, what's the secret recipe that keeps certain brands anchored across generations? This panel explores the core ingredients of lasting appeal, from nurturing an unshakable brand identity to making design choices that transcend the mood of the moment. Together we'll decode the ABCs of enduring elegance and ask, is timelessness an art, a science, or simply knowing when not to change? Kaboom! I think this is going to be, yes, Mark Cho for you.
But anyway, yes, the point is the guy that's doing this one is Mark Cho. Mark Cho is the founder of the Armory and also, I believe, the CEO or something of Drake's, which is a London fashion house. I don't know how I remember watching a story about how he got that brand as well. But nonetheless,
is he
he's hugely into watches.
Singapore? I guess so, right?
No. He's Hong Kong. Hong Kong and New York.
Hong Kong.
So Hong Kong and New York, and he's a fantastic guy. I've heard him talk on numerous occasions, and he's just so cool. He's a huge Grand Seiko guy, and he's a huge Tudor guy, and I am too. So I like him.
So he is the co-founder of the Armory and co-owner of Drake's. Yep.
There you have it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on. Next one. You're going to have to finish the sentence because once again, I can't see the whole thing. Fresh eyes on old dials. A critique of W ... I like how they just drop it like mid-word, like not even like critique of ... No, W ...
So I have to find where it is here.
I'm going chronologically.
Is this
the next horology forum?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only doing horology forums today.
Okay, so I have to. Yeah, the website is a bit.
This is the one with Francois Benihana.
Yes. So
Japanese.
Benihana.
Japanese
He's going to do teppanyaki for us. Teriyaki. What? Teppanyaki? Topi teriyaki.
Yes. Teppanyaki.
I was completely wrong. So. Yes, I think this is probably, it's in House of Horology where it will be happening. So,
what is the title?
The title is Fresh Eyes on Old Dials, a critique of watch industry.
Okay.
Not of the watch industry, a critique of watch industry. Okay, whatever. So, I have a feeling, I can of course read the little blurb, but I guess it's...
Let's not read the blurb.
Let's not read it this time. But it is, he is critiquing it, and he has started with a couple of investor partners, very rich people apparently, a new brand, which is the Honorable Merchants Group, the HMG. And yes, the Honorable Merchants Group will also feature watch brands. But what they will do is basically invest in these brands and come up with these brands that are not necessarily their own. So it is, I don't know exactly how this works. I'm sure he will tell us, François-Henri. And maybe we can get an interview with him. I would be extremely excited
that would be cool.
to have him on the podcast and to talk to him. Let's see if he
but the
can
problem
manage.
is, if you remember, the people available for interviews are not the speakers.
Although they are sometimes also the speakers, of course.
Sometimes, but 90% is the guys that are coming for the trade hall or whatever you call it.
It's not trade really, because there's no trade going on. This is
They're peddling their wares, as you do in.
So if you look at our last interviews, it was all the people who also were speakers, but from brands. So for example, you couldn't have an interview with, let's say, Bamford because he wasn't exhibiting, right? So usually the exhibitors are also being available for interviews, but not necessarily the speakers. Yeah, that's right. But in this case, because maybe the Honorable Merchant Group, which is a funny name actually, right? But is available for talks. Who knows? We'll see.
Well, let's hope the Armory is available for talks.
Yeah.
Because I would love to sit down with Mark Cho.
Yes. Absolutely.
That'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
You know who else we should sit down with? The person who's doing the next horology forum.
Half an hour later.
Chronomania. Inside the minds of a watch.
Watch collectors. Inside the minds of watch collectors.
The greatest man in the world, the extremely humble, extremely handsome. What other positive aspects does he have? Very quiet and understated Kevin O'Leary.
Yeah, he's Mr. Wonderful.
He must have given himself that name because he seems like an absolute pain to be around, but sure.
See, I have a love-hate relationship with him. Just from, not that I know him, not that I have met him yet, but I think some of his opinions and his passion for watch collecting is undeniable. He has a lot of information about the watches.
Well, he doesn't have his knowledge about the watches, though.
It depends. Sometimes he does, and sometimes he just has very superficial knowledge of some things. And but you see how excited he is to learn more, and then also to share that. So I think,
I think if you don't know, you shouldn't share.
We can still share your love for certain watches, even if you don't know why. What is special on this specific movement? It doesn't mean that you can't say this is a wonderful watch. But this is, I think this is the point of what he's maybe also talking about. Because is it craftsmanship? Is it legacy? Is it history? Is it nostalgia? Is it precious metals? Is it diamonds? What does people think about, and why are these people collecting? So in the mind of the watch collectors, who knows what he's talking about? Is this symptoms of the time? Is it hype? Is it, heritage? Whatever are people looking for? Let's see.
I don't know. I also have a love-hate relationship with him. Mm-hmm. I hate him and I love to hate him.
You are very, very single-minded in this.
I am.
Regard,
I am. But there, somebody, I don't know if we talked about this, but somebody once told me that you should have strong beliefs held loosely. And I really love that, right? Mm-hmm. So I have strong beliefs, but I hold them too tightly, right?
Yeah.
You should be able to let go of your beliefs if you're proven wrong in some cases.
For example.
Yes, I should work on that.
Yeah. So it is okay to have a strong opinion, but it's always good to keep an open mind for arguments. Because sometimes you learn things about people or about products that actually make you change your mind. And changing your mind is the only thing that is actually a constant in our life.
But, as you age, as you mature, you kind of realize that there are certain cases that are it's never going to happen. And this is, I think, one of those situations.
Being the senior podcast host here from just age-wise, I can tell you there's two things that happen with age. One, you get a grumpy old man, or
I'm already there.
You get the what we call in German Weichheit, when you just become a bit softer because you can't be bothered anymore when you're older, because you think like, let them do whatever they want, I don't care. So you're coming on the one hand, you're getting grumpier and nastier, and on the other hand, you're getting softer with a lot of things.
Yeah.
So there's these two choices.
You stop caring about the irrelevant, right? The things that don't matter anymore. So I've gotten halfway there.
So you have inside the mind of the watch collectors with your favorite person, Kevin O'Leary, and following that on the next day, the first.
Did I sign up for that? Let me see if I even signed up for that.
I did. I would
I know.
like to see
I'm going to
hear,
as well.
hear him
No,
talk.
I did sign up for it. I was nice enough to honor him with my presence.
On the 21st, for
Yes.
me, two of my favorite watch people are having talks. And I really say this without just
Oh,
I mean,
yes,
I
I know
really,
this-
really like it. So, first
Yes.
is at 2:00, The Legacy Tension, the Art and Risk of Modernizing the Familiar, with Fabrizio Buonamassa Stagliani, a person who actually signed a book for me. His book, Bulgari, the big coffee table book from Asilin. Yeah, this book that I got from one of the event. He signed it for me. I'm a big fan. He is an amazing designer. He's an amazing person to talk to. Extremely passionate,
He's currently with
knowledgeable.
Bulgari, right?
He is all his life with Bulgari, mostly, right? So
What do you mean mostly?
for forever. I mean, he started with designing cars and other things, but he basically is with Bulgari for decades now.
Okay.
So, and of course, the head designer of all watches for Bulgari. Then this is followed by, and this is my second watch person who I just love to read and also love to hear talking, and that's
I agree.
Nick Fulks. And his talk is together with Alexia Genta. And yes, that name, Genta, she is the daughter, I think, of Gerald Genta. And the topic of the talk is, I don't like watches. Gerald Genta, the unintended revolutionary. And this is an original quote. Did you know that Gerald Genta said that? He
Yes, I did.
doesn't like watches
Yes.
and he never wore one.
I did know this.
Yeah. So we have this person who designed some of the most iconic watches of our current time, not liking watches, because he always felt that this reminds him of the fleeting of time. Okay, so what is next? Next we have,
Next, we go to the next day. We're now on Saturday,
yes,
and we start with Beyond the Founder. Who keeps the brand... ...
okay, who keeps the brand beating? Now, that is, of course, a very interesting topic, because what happens if you have a family-owned business and who takes over, right? I mean, I'm just saying family-owned business, but it could be also just a normal founder. It doesn't have to be an entire family, but you have a founder of a watch brand, and then who is taking over? Your kids might not be interested in watches whatsoever, or maybe don't lack complete talent in watch design or watchmaking. So what are they going to do? You need to find somebody who can carry your watch brand further. So how do you find somebody to replace you? Celita is an example, Frederic Constant, some other brands that have went through different people who run the company. Not Frederic Constant, I meant another one, where there are certain, let's say, ownership changes because the family usually hands it down. One very popular example is Patek Philippe, right? Owned by the Stern family, taken over now recently, or more or less recently, a couple of years ago, by Thierry Stern. From Henri Stern to Thierry Stern. So this is a takeover from the family.
And he did wonders for the brand, right?
From father to son. Well, you ask now people of how they like the Cubitus, and you will find so many more people who say, yeah, actually, it's not that bad. I've seen it in person, and yeah, then that, like the smaller one came out, and maybe it's not that kind of a scandal that we thought it was in the beginning. But yeah, so what I wanted to say is we are now at that time where we have this talk beyond the founder. Who keeps the brand beating? If it's not a family member, and the question is, should it be a family member? I would ask this question. If this is, it's obviously nepotism, right? Because you don't get the job because you are qualified for it. You get the job because you are the son of the founder. That's it.
Must be nice.
It doesn't mean it's a bad choice, right? Because you're part of the family, you have an interest of keeping the brand alive for generations to come. So there is a very, it's neither good nor bad. It's just a very specific point. You're not taking this brand and starting to make Patek Philippe cars, let's say, or some other things. You're continuing this legacy somehow because you feel the weight of the legacy as well, because that's your family's company, right? So there's a good and bad on this. And I'm interested of what they're going to say. And who is going to say anything?
So the first person who's going to say anything is Maximilian Busser, who is, of course, the owner of MBNF. And surprisingly, he recently talked about, when he sold I think it was like 30% of his brand he sold to, was it Chanel?
Chanel.
And then he sold another chunk of it to Siddiqui. Essentially, he was saying that this was his insurance policy in case his kids did not want to go into watchmaking. So, but that'll be an interesting talk. I don't know who Chris Hall is.
He is the founder of the Fourth Wheel.
I'm the founder of the Fifth Wheel.
No, you're the third wheel. But it's the Fourth Wheel. I don't know. I think is it a podcast? Is it?
I have no idea.
I don't know. And of course, one of also my watchmaking idols from Finland, Kari Voutilainen.
Oh,
yeah, he's amazing. I mean, the things he's producing.
I thought you were going to say Kimi Räikkönen.
Well, I don't know if he's racing the time, but he's not necessarily making time or making watches. So Kari Voutilainen, absolutely fantastic watchmaker, with not only his own brand, Kari Voutilainen, but also doing dials and cooperating with so many other companies for either the movements or specific dials and all of the stuff. What he has done. Urban Jürgensen, I think he bought this recently, the watch brand. So he is, multifaceted. And this could be also one of the reasons why he's there, because he took over a brand like Urban Jürgensen, who was shutting down or something. So maybe that's one of the reasons why he's there. Yeah, let's see. Fourth Wheel, I still don't know what he does.
Who knows? Okay,
I heard about the Fourth Wheel. Yeah.
Moving on.
Who else do we have?
Still on Saturday. This one, we quite don't know what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
It's Gulf Standard Time, Arab Gatekeepers of ...
Horology.
And so this is Mohammed Siddiqui, which is the aforementioned Siddiqui's son.
Yeah.
And
who is now the CEO of Ahmed Siddiqui. And it's not anymore Ahmed Siddiqui and Sons. I just wanted to make this clear.
Because there is a daughter.
Yeah, because Hind is also, there's daughters in the family, and they take also very, very prominent positions in the family
Who,
business.
if I'm not mistaken, Hind will be in one of these. We'll mention this later.
Absolutely.
As we go. She's doing a panel as well.
And I hope we can get an interview with her this time as well. So Mohammed Abdulmajid Siddiqui is, of course, the CEO of Ahmed Siddiqui. And he's talking to Muntalal Musaki, a TV presenter and media personality. And he's talking about how the Gulf has long transcended its role as more than a market. It's also, as they say, a bellwether for global luxury consumption, where the taste is bold, expectations uncompromising, and loyalty fiercely personal. In this candid conversation, the region's foremost watch retailers reveal what it takes to thrive in the intersection of heritage and high demand, from bespoke clienteling to navigating limited allocations. They share the subtle codes and sharp instincts required to sell the rarest watches to a clientele that has seen it all. What defines success in a region where scarcity is expected and exclusivity is engineered? And what does the GCC model tell us about the future of luxury retail when access itself becomes the ultimate commodity?
You lost me at like 5 sentences ago. I stopped listening.
It is interesting because that's we have it's a blessing and a curse, I would say, because we have one of the highest demand markets here in our region. So the Gulf has a lot of very rich people, that means that we have a lot of people who can afford luxury. So that means you have very, very
But
high
thankfully,
competition.
yeah. So this is the thing is, the question is, once again, we should say, we don't know. There's every year there tends to be one panel in Arabic. I'm guessing this is that one. So
Maybe.
there's a chance
I
that
don't
we
know.
might not be able to partake in this one, but
It doesn't say that. But now with our
doesn't.
new AirPod Pro Generation 3, we can get a live translation in our ears. Maybe we should just go, right?
I don't know about this. So
I
haven't looked into this, but my theory is the only way live translation is going to work on the AirPods 3 is if the opposing party is also wearing an AirPods 3.
No.
Are you sure? Because then your
Yes,
microphone will have to pick up what the other person is saying.
Yes, exactly. In the example they used, they had somebody going.
They were both wearing.
No, going to a market, and somebody was saying, talking to a person in the presentation. They had this, and the person on the AirPods was listening to it, and then responded and showed on the phone the translation in text.
Okay.
So
it is possible.
It does work. Yes, it does work. However,
all right, I'll place my order now. Oh,
yeah,
and the Apple Store in Elaine has opened.
It's already
open today. Yeah, it opened today, which is huge news for us Elainians.
We have now 5 Apple stores in the country.
In 3 cities.
So 2 in Abu Dhabi, 2 in Dubai, and 1 in Elaine, which is
nuts because I've been going to Dubai to do every, service, blah, 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 nonsense. And it's just such it's amazing to have an Apple store here. I'm very happy.
I remember how excited we were when we had the first Apple store in the region. It was just amazing.
I was in line because they opened it when the iPhone 7 came out, and I was in line for the iPhone 7, and I got one of the first ones. So it was good times. But anyway, all right, back to watches because of course it's a watch podcast. So next one, design, defend, win, : I'm sorry, let me rephrase. Design, period, defend, period, win, : DWWX, Grail Design, ...
No, it says DWWX Grail Design final pitch.
Okay.
It's the final. So that means that there will be some things happening of Dubai Watch Week and the Grail design, whatever it might be.
Grail Watch is Waco's Revolution's kind of, once again, fancy collaboration watches. The ones we can't afford.
Let me read the blurb. What happens when aspiring watch designers go head-to-head before horology's toughest critics? For the first time, Grail and Dubai Watch Week join forces to spotlight the future of watch design live on stage. In this high-stakes finale, 3 finalists will present their unconventional shaped watch concepts to a panel of industry legends and a crowd of design-savvy spectators. That's us. Technical innovation, commercial strategy, narrative vision. Every angle will be scrutinized. Then, with votes from both the judges and the audience, a winner
They do not want me there. This is not going to end well for them.
A winner will be crowned. No, you are not going to ask. You can vote.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I'm going to vote and I'm going to hate all of them. I can tell you right now. They said, and the
if
key
you have
word
to choose,
for why I'm going to hate it, it says, where was it? Unconventional shaped watch concepts. I already hate it.
It's like, it is not boring. Anything. I wanted a boring watch.
Why isn't it a black dial, round case? Okay, but this is where
but my point is, if you have to choose a winner, you have to choose a winner. You can't just say like, I don't want any. That's not.
I think they're all losers.
Oh no, this will be interesting.
Okay,
so who's there?
Right.
Ladies first. The CEO of Dubai Watch Week, Hind Siddiqui. Then, of course, the CEO of Ahmed Siddiqui. Mohammed Siddiqui, and Waco, who is the founder of the Revolution magazine, The Rake, and Grail Watches.
Yes,
boom, boom, boom.
Exactly. Boom, boom,
and
boom.
Also,
all right.
Fantastically wonderful person, super nice. If you bump into him on Dubai Watch Week, just go over to him and say hi. He is a lovely person.
Okay. And then last but not least, on Sunday, we have the last of the horology forums. Lather, rinse, repeat. The tug of war betw ...
Okay, so I will finish it for you. As if
But
this was
like who does this? Like it says
Maybe.
BETW ...
Maybe it's because you are so short-sighted that you have actually put your phone's text size so big that it can't.
No.
No, you didn't. Okay.
Nope. There's no zooming in,
Anyhow.
no zooming out.
So it's lather, rinse, repeat. The tug of war between reissue and novelty.
Yes.
That could be quite interesting for you. Because you are in this always, we have this tension when you're saying, oh, this is a reissue. Is it good? Why reissue something? Sometimes, the dead should just stay dead or not become a zombie. So who knows, right? Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Sometimes it's a reinterpretation of something and sometimes it's not. So we have there two very interesting people. Justin Hust, who is a watch photographer, writer, and
he's a YouTuber as well.
Digital marketing specialist. Yeah, he's on Instagram and YouTube, and he's quite well. He's done some really good interviews with watch collectors, so he's there. And Lucy Kapetanovic from Paulin Watches.
Oh, I don't know.
Did you hear about Paulin Watches?
Sounds familiar.
So I have to tell you. Those watches from Scotland that have these enamel dials that have a waiting list of many years, unordained.
Sounds very unordained, I know, yes.
Yes. So they have waiting lists of 5-7 years because they are so hard to make, these enamel dials. So eventually they started to make some simpler dials that they can produce a bit quicker. And then they decided to actually make another brand, to just create the Paulin watch brand.
Very interesting.
And this is, of course, so Paulin Watches was founded in 2013 by 3 sisters and is now part of Anodane. They have built a reputation on bold, design-driven approach to watchmaking characterized by distinctive typography and an original use of form and color. So, obviously, that could be quite interesting. I've seen a couple of Paulin watches on their website and other places. Obviously, the dials are very important because of the color-driven one. But they also have just created some extremely cool designs where I think it's not necessarily my cup of tea for now, but I do feel that they have gone in a very interesting way. So Paulin watches, they are pretty popular. I've heard a lot about people talking about them. They're from Glasgow, now part of Anodane, and it's going to be interesting. And that is one of the last talks that we have.
That is the last talk, yeah, exactly.
Then, of course, there are other things happening. Like this is the Horology Forum, right, which we are just talked about. There are other areas where activities are happening. So there is the Creative Hub, there is the masterclasses, there is a lot of things happening there. So right now we have a schedule of the masterclasses or the Creative Hub, for example. Let's start there because there's three things on the first day, 3:30. You have Breitling, George Kern giving a talk about conquering new horizons in Swiss watchmaking, which I feel will give us a lot of interesting insights about Breitling and his way of managing the brand, and also sailing through unsteady waters as we have at the moment, right? So very interesting talk. Always good to hear George Kern talk. I know he has changed his mind on a couple of things at some stage, even in Dubai Watch Week times from 2019 to 2021 and so on. Let's see what he has to say, especially with 2 more brands coming online, I guess, next year. Then we have Where Time Meets Photography, the Leica watch story. And you have a Leica, I have a Leica. Both of us do not have a Leica watch. But I do really like the design of the watches. And we have a Leica boutique in our city, in the Dubai Mall, which is...
It closed.
Huh?
It closed.
What do you mean it's closed?
The Leica boutique's closed.
Why is it
They
closed?
say if you would like, it's plastered over, and it says
has
if
to be-
you would like to visit Leica, go to Virgin Megastore. And then they have
Oh
a few
no, really? They have closed the
Yes.
Leica boutique?
whether it's permanently or temporarily, it wasn't listed.
Okay, maybe the location was not the best, but it was in the fashion
It was very
avenue.
hard to find. And
Yeah,
hidden.
it was in the fashion avenue. It was relatively small, and I really enjoyed going there because you could really see everything. But the point is, these watches are really nicely done. They have changed their strategy of how to actually create the movements as well. They're working with very, very good partners together. The same partners that make watch movements for Richard Mille and others. So
it says
really
it's
good
under
stuff.
renovation
See, that
until
explains
September
it.
2025.
Because one of the rules that you have here in the big malls, I don't know if every listener knows that, but every 2 years or every 3 years, I think there's a rule that is in your contract. You have to renovate your shop. It is mandated. You
Okay.
cannot. You have to, right? So you have to upgrade it, update it, and make it fresh. Yeah.
Although that
and-
one was already pretty fresh. I think it was nice.
Yeah. But apparently it was old enough to get a refurb.
Renovated.
Yeah. And then we have L'École Middle East, the School of Jewelry and Jewelry Arts. It's an in-person talk, watches, aesthetics, and savoir-faire. Savoir-faire is craftsmanship, basically, or artisanship. And this is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, done by Fiona Krüger. And that would be... No, not this one. That's a different one. That's Tanya Haikal, a gemologist and lecturer at the L'École Middle East School of Jewelry Arts. Did you know that Ahmed Siddiqui has started a watch school in the region and has taken on the first students this year?
Yes, I heard about this.
So we are now, I think it's the first in the Middle East, a watchmaking school, which is, I think, absolutely fantastic that we now have a school training watchmakers to become watch technicians, watchmakers, just helping with all of these people that are needed for service centers here, but also then from that coming and maybe starting their own brands with the watchmaking knowledge behind it. I mean, that's fantastic. It's so nice to see the region grow in that way of actually getting into the education part of it as well. I'm very happy to see
Now,
that.
I do want to talk a little bit about the map. They have printed a map. And
okay.
if you look at the map of where all the things are located for Dubai Watch Week, you'll notice one thing is missing. Have you looked through it?
No, I'm still on the master classes that you can go for.
You're going to be here all day if you're going to list those master classes, and unfortunately we have a hard stop coming up. So
then let me look
we
at
gotta
the map.
go.
Okay,
But
so
the map.
where's the map? Of course, on the website that I am on.
If you go on to any horology forum, they show you the map at the bottom. So
on the app, I guess, but not necessarily.
Of course, the main thing, the biggest thing every time is the brand exhibition.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got a few boutiques, smaller boutiques around it. Chopard, Hublot, Breitling, Chanel, Gerard Charles, Gerard Perregaux, Tudor, Tag Heuer.
Mm-hmm.
Rolex is a small one, which is surprising. But Van Cleef and Arpels, gigantic.
Okay.
Bulgari. And then across from it, roughly the same size as the entire brand exhibition, Audemars Piguet.
Whoa. But
Which
Audemars
they've-
Piguet had always not always,
Yes.
but they have a big stand, yeah.
But this is, look, 1,800 square meters, brand exhibitions, 1,434 square meters, Audemars Piguet. That's a little bit nuts.
How big
anyway.
is Rolex?
Rolex is 275 square meters.
Oh.
Tudor is 159.
Why do they have the square meters on the map? I don't know, but
I don't know. This is but it's funny that it's there. I like it. And then it says toilets right next to Audemars Piguet.
Okay.
So they have prime real estate right next to the porta potties.
No, there will be nice toilets. You know, this
Lovely.
is one of the things that you always have when you go to the Fashion Avenue, or most of the toilets in Dubai Mall. This is 5-star hotel quality.
Yeah,
right?
it's very nice.
I mean, if
Absolutely.
there's any place where you can really go to a restroom, it's in Dubai Mall. So I guess this will be equally nice.
I agree entirely.
So we have so many things to do. And we have to, in our minds, also figure out what we do with time zones, with our independence, because that will be during 2 days during the Dubai Watch Week.
So we have to go.
We have to split our time a bit there. It will be a bit complicated, but we will manage. And it's actually in walking distance, which is even more amazing. So we can really check that out together.
As we will.
Excellent.
Okay, ladies
I
and gentlemen.
hope we watered your mouth a bit for Dubai Watch Week. Come over. All of this attendance is free.
Yes.
There's no entrance fee. You just have to register, but that's it. You have 5 days of a complete mega watch meetup. Everybody who you know from YouTube, from podcasts, from any kind of press, from the brands will be there, and you will be able to just meet these people, bump into them, have a coffee with them, or sit next to them in a restaurant, or even party with them at the evenings. So
Yes.
come over and see.
Alrighty. On that bombshell.
Thank you very much, and see you in November.
Bye-bye.
Bye.